All right, so I wanted to make a good little video here for you guys to show you what platforms to start day trading with. And I'm going to separate this in three different categories. The first category that we're going to go through is beginner platforms, and then what you can use for daily trading once you become a little bit intermediate, and then what are some cost effective platforms that you can use for really day trading and honing in on your craft and making sure you're doing the right things. So to begin with, the first thing you need to do is get yourself some equipment. And the equipment that you need is not necessarily as advanced as you see here, but you need a computer. You need some type of computer to be able to day trade with. And that could be either, a laptop, a full desktop, but you need something to be able to use that has a monitor. And I would really recommend at least two monitors. You don't need all four that you see on the screen here. You could use two, but I really recommend using two monitors at least at the very minimum. But if you get more advanced and need more screen real estate, you can add more as you go and become more advanced. But at least a minimum of two monitors, a computer, and then you need at least pretty good internet. You definitely need good internet. So that would be just some of the equipment that you need. You need a mouse, keyboards, that and such. But to continue on going from here, what are some beginner platforms that you can use to begin with? First off, we could use Thinkorswim. YouTube scanners is a big one also. Top gainer scanners with TradingView also, and then charts. You need charting platform. So what I would do when I first started off is I would use Thinkorswim. This platform, when I first got started trading, Thinkorswim was the first platform that I ever used. It gave me a simulator to start day trading in, and it also gave me charting, and that's all in one package. So that can really help you see, what type of price action these stocks are moving. Because when you first start out as a beginner, you just need to get experience in the market, and Thinkorswim gives you that ability to really hone in the craft of, how is price moving. So you can kind of see here that charts come included with it, with a news feed. And then also you get your, level two order flow to the right and time and sales. So it starts to good to pay attention to this type of stuff. And then you can really set yourself up with some trades here. You have the buy and sell button. And so you can really get familiar with how to buy and sell stocks before you put real money on the line. A free way to also know what stocks are moving is just to search up on YouTube. What are some YouTube scanners to use? So, for example, this is Market Movers. It's a live scanner to see, what's moving in the market right now. I think it's really important to get an idea of how scanners work. So this is, a momentum scanner between $1 to $20 a share with a float under 20 million shares. So that means it's seeing the entire market and it's narrowing it down to only a few stocks. And once those stocks start moving, it'll hit this scanner and then notify the YouTube channel. Now, most of the time, these scanners are delayed around 2 to 15 minutes. It depends on who you're watching and everything, but these ones are really important to see and go from there. But there's also more scanners that are for free on like TradingView. You can go um, to Google here. Let me just pull up Google. Let's see. If you go to Google and just type in TradingView.com, and then you go to markets and you scroll down to the highest volume stocks or stock gainers, you could see a lot of stocks that are up. This one's up 70%. You can click on it, you can go full chart, and then you can really see what's happening on the day. You can cycle through the 1 minute chart or whatever, and then you can also use their paper trading platform they have built in here to buy and sell also, where you can put orders on the fake orders on the market. So that's a good way to really get set as a beginner also when you're first trading. And if you combine all these together, it can really do some damage of learning and educating yourself on how the market moves. um, Trading view charts like we just went over. But let's say we want to go into like daily trading. What are we looking at on daily? Like we want to go through a couple different platforms here, and one of the biggest platforms is Dash Trader Pro. This is the platform that I use currently. So a setup that someone could use for Dash Trader Pro gives you a very similar setup to something like Thinkorswim, but it's going to be a little bit more advanced. You're going to have your level two. You're going to be able to see the time and sales with that, a good market view, and some charting platforms as well. But this really hones in because they all can connect together and really give you a stronger feedback on the market. I prefer their level two a lot more. And one of the reasons why I do prefer their level two a lot more is because of how quickly it moves compared to something like Thinkorswim or Webull. So Dash Trader Pro is definitely one of the best um, trading tools out there, and I think you can. It's only like 120 bucks a month. So if you wanted to, I would start out with after you get a little bit more advanced after the beginner platforms and use those to understand how the stock market moves, move on to something like Dash Trader Pro or even Sterling Pro Trader. You could tell how very similar they look. You're going to have level 2 on here as well. You're going to have an order entry window with charts and everything. So they're very similar platforms. There's not much of a difference. I think Sterling Pro is a little bit slower than DAS, and that's okay. It does the same functions. It doesn't update as quickly, unfortunately, but it still gets the job done and really, you know, it does the same thing. So you don't really have to worry about that. Um, but let's say, the YouTube scanners aren't working out for you. You want something a little bit more advanced. What could you look for? A couple different things that you could look for is trade ideas or day trade dash. And I think those are the two best for, scanning the market. You're going to get scanners with day trade dash. I use scanners right here so we can see the current market. This shows the top gainers on the day, shows the low float top gainers on the day, high day momentum scanner. So if a stock is actively going higher, it's going to alert me saying, hey, this stock is going higher. Like we can click on BSLK, we'll go to the charts and see this stock is actively curling up here. And so this is all in one platform too. So let's say if I was to click on Lays, it immediately updates to the chart. So it's very easy. So BSLK, we click on it. It's a little bit of a pullback here. We could say, okay, the high is, 1235. We're looking for a squeeze up through this 90 EMA pullback here. So it'd be waiting for this level to break. And then once it does, it may curl back higher. And then every time it makes a new high, it's going to alert me saying, hey, this stock is making new highs as it goes back up, which is awesome. I think this platform is definitely one of the best, especially for the price. So altogether, for the platforms that I'm using Day Trade Dash with Dash Trader Pro. It's only 300 bucks a month for both of those platforms together. So that's pretty cheap for software, and it gets me everything I need. So I don't really have to worry about anything else in the market. I just have to worry about my strategy and go from there. But what would I do if I was first starting out? I would definitely start with Thinkorswim and look into their simulator, and those give you free charts as well. I think you just have to open an account with Charles Schwab and go from there. For scanners, I would definitely start with YouTube. It's free, it's reliable. You're always going to find someone that's either watching the market or streaming their trade ideas. And then also finding an educator or a mentorship is very important. Someone that is profitable and that you can rely on. That's also very important. So like, for instance, my YouTube channel, because most of you guys are going to be watching this on YouTube. My YouTube channel has a couple videos on there already. One of the best YouTube videos that I think I posted was this reading level 2 video right here. If you want to get an idea of how price action moves, I think the reading level 2 is going to be very important. And I think that's a wonderful video to start you off to see how price action moves and what you could do in your trading to see if a stock is worth entering or not. And then, in the future, I'll be releasing my Drive the Stock Market website, which I'm going to have, free mentorships and then also educating platform to where I can help traders become, better and everything. But I stream on TikTok every day around 7 a.m. to 9:30 EST. So I'll be on every morning for you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. But I just wanted to make a quick video here on, what is the best beginner platforms to use when you're first starting out. And then also, what are some, cost-effective platforms that I use, and so I can help other people out. Because I know I had a couple of people ask me this, and I hope this video helped those people to get started and get their feet in the market. Because, you want to start now if you haven't started already. Because before you know it, in a year from now, you're going to be 10 times better. And that's all you have to do is just become 1% better every day. Before you know it, you'll be 100% better. So I appreciate everyone tuning in to the streams. I think we just passed 300 followers on TikTok today. We've been averaging around 40 viewers every single day, and I appreciate everyone who's been tuning into those. So thanks for joining the live stream. Thanks for all the support, guys. Hopefully you like this video, and we'll come out with another one. Our next video is going to be entries and exits, because I've been getting a couple comments on that as well on the streams, where people have been asking, what is a good place to enter a stock, and what is your exit strategy. So I'm going to get that video out there pretty shortly, but I just wanted to upload this video for you guys, and yep, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.